Wait, I know you have heard a lot of things about GMO, genetic modified organisms, but there are some certain things that you need to know at this moment about these modified foods. Watch this, let's learn a lot from how this thing gets started and where it is at this stage.
Listen, why is our soil no longer ours? Why are seeds now sold like softwares? Why must the farmer ask permission to plant food? Why do we now grow crops with barcodes? GMO, 3 letters they throw around like it's innovation. But what does it really mean? Genetically modified organism. Sounds scientific, sounds cool, sounds smart. But here's what it really is. Food that has been tampered with, changed, engineered in a lab, not by nature, not by time, but by man, in a lab. Imagine mixing the DNA of a fish into tomato, or inserting the chemical that kills pests straight into your maize. So the crop kills the insects from the inside out. Now what happens when you eat that crop? What happens when your child grows up on it? To understand this fully, let's rewind to where it all started. It was in 1973, long ago, in a laboratory in America. 2 scientists, Herbert Boyer and Stanley Cohen, successfully altered the genetic structure of bacteria. That experiment changed the world forever, because once they learned how to reprogram life, they believed they could redesign nature. Now fast forward to 1994, the first GMO food entered the market.
Now you know how it started. What's the agenda behind these modified foods? Why do we need our food that God, the mother nature, has given to us naturally, modified? What do we start to gain from this? Sadly, some people start to gain something from it. And who are the people behind these GMOs? Watch this and let's see what they actually want to get with this.
Reducing population growth, that's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population,
Wait. What the?
More of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
What the?
So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
You say the next pandemic, there will be another pandemic.
Absolutely. We don't know when.
Wait a minute, another pandemic? Oh my God. When people are already vulnerable, they cannot have that strong immune system because of the choices of their food, because now the GMO food will have already be in circulation and people are now vulnerable to any kind of diseases that is coming their way. Oh, this is going to be serious.
History teaches us that the next pandemic is a matter of when, not if.
We know what's next. We're going to have another major coronavirus pandemic before the end of this decade, before 2030.
If we really want to prevent the next pandemic, and there will be one, there will absolutely be an outbreak of another pandemic. It may be next year.
We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic. We have to think ahead.
We definitively will have to face other surprises, black swans as they are called, maybe different kinds of viruses.
But also there will be a surprise outbreak.
Most of the work we're going to do to be ready for pandemic 2, I call this pandemic 1. We just need to mess around.
The EPA recently approved an experimental use permit to Oxitec, a biotech company funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In an effort to fight malaria, Oxitec will soon release millions of genetically modified mosquitoes in various U.S. states. Programs are being developed to allow human immunization via mosquito bite. It was Science magazine that coined the phrase, flying syringes.
Just then, by sheer coincidence, Oxford, Massachusetts, and 3 neighboring towns have a reason for concern as mosquitoes carrying a potentially deadly virus called Eastern Equine Encephalitis, or Triple E, infected a resident who is now fighting for his life.
We don't want to see another human case of Triple E this year.
The rare but dangerous disease can cause swelling in the brain. There's no treatment and anyone can get infected. The death rate is as high as 30%.
Now, if you are wondering if GMO foods are already in your country or not, let's find out the number of countries that these GMO foods has already infiltrated.
Over 70 countries have accepted GMO food, and 11 out of 54 African countries have accepted GMO food. And if I tell you these 11 African countries that have accepted this GMO food, a lot of you will not believe. I'm actually doing this video because in my previous video, I see comments from different African countries that did not even know that their own country have accepted this GMO food too. They are saying, oh, it will happen in their country. One guy even went ahead and said it's safe in Burkina Faso because nothing like that in Burkina Faso. A lot of us Africans did not understand that if our leaders want to accept this GMO food whatsoever, they will not come and tell you as individual of that country. Anything that result to power, money, and fame that will affect individual Africans, our leader did not care. So if you are waiting for your leader to come and tell you, oh, Bill Gates is bringing GMO food, can we accept it or not? You go wait tire. Now, these are the 11 African countries that have accepted GMO food unknowingly to most of you. And the last one, which is number 11, will shock you. First on the list is South Africa. Second on the list is Nigeria. Third on the list is Ghana. Fourth, Kenya. Fifth, Sudan. Sixth, Ethiopia. Ethiopia will definitely be there because anything that will always affect Africa, Ethiopia are the number 1 people that always accept it. Seventh, Zambia. 8th, Malawi. 9, Egypt. 10, Eswatini. And the last on the list, Burkina Faso. Say no to GMO food.
If you are still following what your online favorite doctor is telling you about this whole issue of GMO, let me bust your bubble. If our body will actually be able to break these GMOs down, or our body reject it or need it, listen to this.
GMO! Genetic modified organisms. I see, in my life, I've never seen a particular topic that caused problem like this topic.
We cannot digest anything that's genetically modified because we do not have the fitting enzymes to digest it. Now the body is basically handling it as toxic waste. And this is what's so dangerous. That food is now dead and mutated, filled with pesticides or whatever it might be. The body has no idea what to do with it.
Yes, our body have no idea what to do with it because that is not what it is designed to consume, to process, or to work with. Now that you have all these informations, do you say no to GMO, or you still prefer to go and try these GMOs and then face the consequences? Drop your comment in the section. Let's talk about it because this is something that concerns me and you, because we already have these GMO foods in Nigeria. Be on the lookout. Be careful. Coach Amida cares.